Okay guys, I am back and we are going to soldier on with this stuff, and I wanted to show you something. You're gonna have to ignore some of it, but I went ahead and tried to print out on vellum, and the way I did it, which I don't know if I suggested or not, I'm still on the fence about it, is that I took and took like a piece of cardstock and I put double-sided sticky tape here and here, and then tried to run it through the printer, which this is where I kind of peeled it up from the cardstock, so it's bent a little bit. And then I did it on this one too, but my printer caught and inked up a little bit, but I can still use like this piece. And then this one turned out pretty okay. That one still had a little bit of rubbing on it, so not too bad. I mean, like, I don't think I could probably use it as like a full sheet in a journal that way, but it turned out okay. And then check out how cute these turned out. Now, of course, I've cut some out, but look at that. Isn't that really cool? And I've made a couple of pieces so far with those, just to kind of test out what they would look like. And if you would believe it, oh no, what did I do with it? Oh man. Oh well. I'll show you what they look like when we get to doing these here. So today you guys are just going to kind of come along with me as I'm making ephemera. One of the pieces I got really messed up with, I went ahead and made an envelope, but I also took off the top, so it'll be a pocket on a page, and then a little tag. I think that's too big. A little tag, that's right. That's what I was doing in here. We're going to decorate this little tag to go in it, and it looks super cute, doesn't it? Because I was thinking that maybe we could use that little page that do you remember? I can't remember what day it was now. It was probably yesterday for you guys. But at any rate, because unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know. It's this one right here. I think I'm going to try to put this little picture on that card. And, yeah, we'll just get started. I'll quit talking. Oh, and if you hear a little squeaking in the back, that is our air conditioner. The blower motor, and because it's like a furnace, like it's connected to the furnace, obviously. Well, yeah, the blower motor is now going out, and so it's making this really obnoxious noise. And so, yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. The repair guy is supposed to try to come today, which, yeah, we know how that works, right? Again, it's like family friends, so we'll see. I guess for us, it's like if it's not one thing, it's another, right? Isn't that how it always goes, right? Or at least just feels like that today, I guess. I don't know. And I'm probably still too wide. Yeah, just a skosh. So I think I'm going to take it off on this side. Yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, so I am obviously filming these way ahead. So by the time you actually see this, everything will be, I think, probably pretty status quo. Yeah. So we'll just ink that. And I honestly don't have any idea what I'm doing with this one. So what does the back look like? Okay, so do we want the back for journaling, or do you think that side would be coolest for journaling? I think I like that idea. And then what else can we do here? I have some of these small little button scraps. We could collage up some of that. So yeah, by the time you're seeing this, we'll have already like left for our trip, which obviously all the girls are excited, and me and Grandma not so much, because we know we're the ones going to be cooking and cleaning the whole time, right? I mean, they're all older, so chances are not crazy. it won't be crazy time cleaning, but you know. But those teens definitely like to leave their stuff laying around, don't they? Yes, our kiddos are usually pretty good, but I will say I bet you that we do have some mess to clean up. And I guess, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just in a funk today. I think, I mean, for the first time in my life, I'm actually ahead of the game when it comes to like packing up the camper and everything and like getting everything ready. I'm pretty much down to just packing my clothes and Paul's stuff. So, because he's still over the road this week, so he won't be home until Saturday. So, you know, yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of just a week. I've got a couple of tax returns to do tomorrow. I still have the cooking to do. So yay me. I love cooking, right? We all know that. Ugh, I don't want to cook. I don't like cooking. I know I have some other like little scraps. I bet you look kind of cute in there. Kind of just be fillers. Yeah, so I don't even know what to talk about. I think I've run out of things to say, which is completely unlike me because, you know, well, I talk too much. So I did get to thinking the other day, what is it going to be like when like the collage trend, like, because, you know, everything's trend, is a trend, right? Like, you know, like layering was a trend and, you know, things like that. It's like, what are we all going to do when, collage isn't a trend anymore? Like, I mean, I'm sure something else will come along, but isn't that kind of scary to think about? Because I really enjoy collaging. For the most part. I mean, there's some things I don't enjoy about it, but like I don't enjoy the fact that we have leftover stuff, like leftover little pieces, even after we've collaged a bunch. So yeah, there's that. Oh shoot, it's still too big. Can't have that, can we? There we go. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna use up some of these scraps over here. Ugh, and it stuck to my finger. Get off. Hi. Oh, silly times, huh? Oh shoot, I need to go to the local parts store too. So like I was saying, you know, like weird stuff happens to us, which is entirely true. Like Paul's on Sunday, or no, it was Monday, his windshield wiper blade on his pickup like stopped working. Like it didn't stop working. It what's the word I'm looking for? Come on, you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? It like peeled off the thing, and it's not even that old. I was kind of mad about that. I was like, are you kidding me? Oh, and it sounds like somebody's here, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, sorry about that, which it's no time to you guys, but that was like 2 hours. So yeah, the repair guys showed up out of the blue, and they're like, okay, so I was telling you that they're like friends of the family, and I even told you guys that like a couple weeks ago. So they kind of just fit us in when they can. Well, they didn't even call and tell us they had guys coming out today. Like, we didn't know exactly when it was gonna, like, be repaired. You know, like, they didn't say, hey, we're gonna come out today, or, you know, nothing like that. So the boys just showed up. I was like, oh, snap, I'm still in jammies. Yes, I am still in jammies, because you know what? It's summer, and I don't have to go to the office today. I do tomorrow, but not today. So yeah, I've just been crafting in my PJs right along with you guys, recording some videos. So yeah, that was interesting. Like, and when I say in my PJs, I mean I didn't even have a bra on. All I did this morning was woke up, ate breakfast, brushed my teeth, and came back here. That's it. That's all I got accomplished. So yeah, that was interesting. That was very interesting. So yeah, I am loving this little patchwork going on here. I'm going to glue this on the top here. So yeah, anyhow, yeah, they show up, and yeah, that was not cheap. The blower motor in the fan, the bearings went out, which I kind of figured that that's what it was. And yeah, so yeah, not great. Not great at all. Oh my gosh, that little girl is so stinking cute. And if you notice, she's kind of a little fairy. Oh, so stinking cute. I love it. I love it. So I hope you guys are not getting bored by these. I really hope not, because I'm having fun creating them. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not exactly sure in which order you guys are going to see these, but I think the next 60-minute challenge is like green and peach, which I don't really have any of that kind of thing going on here, but we're going to find something. And then I think that's what's, because a lot of these colors could go like peaches and like fleshy type color. So I think that's where we're going to really make a ton of ephemera. All right, so this little girl sits down in here, and I gotta glue the envelope, but oh, look at how cute. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this up. Glue like a regular envelope. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw some glue in there and hope it sticks. I'm just kidding. I mean, really, I'm not kidding. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, but yeah, and then what else should we do? I don't know that I have anything fascinating to show you. We can decorate the bag. I got a bag out. Why don't we just keep decorating some ephemera? And then, yeah, we'll, so stinking cute. And I'm gonna leave that string just as is. Actually, maybe not. I think I might take my distress ink and maybe distress the string a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it all kind of matches. All right, perfect. All right, let's stick that in the journal. Oh, let's see, I need a 3.5 inch tag, right? Because you guys didn't get to see this yet. They're just like basic pockets, and then I use the vellum B to do that. So 4-inch pockets. So yeah, about 3 3/4 inch tags. I should probably write that down. And then I'm gonna need a really small tag too. 2, 3 3/4 tag. Okay, then we have, let's do the bag next. All right, what's we got here? We got all kinds of stuff. Could totally go big and then decorate it down with some more of our little bees. Where did my tear ruler go? Oh, I swear, I really swear that if it wasn't attached, My head, I'm speaking of. If it wasn't attached, I would probably lose it. Like, it would just go rolling down the hill and never to be seen from again. Okay. All right. Oh, and so did I... If you guys didn't hear it earlier, the fan, when it was going out, it at times sounded like a duck. I'm not even kidding. Like, last night Gracie and I were sitting in the kitchen talking, and then when it like kicked off, because it was making that obnoxious like squeaky belt sound, well then towards the end of its cycle it started sounding like a duck. I was like, oh my goodness, that is hysterical. We have little ducks in the house. I wish. Someday I'm gonna have little duckies, but Paul's not really a big fan of ducks. His exact words are, no, they're messy. It's like, okay, point taken. But I will have a duck that's white with a yellow beak someday. Obviously not today, but I have a lot of friends that have those kind of ducks. And one of the people I know, like, this one friend of mine wanted a goose really bad. And so this guy that raises geese and ducks and rabbits and, you know, has like the entire farm, one year drove by her house and, like, they say tossed it over, but he set the duck, or set the goose like on the other side of the fence for her. And so, yeah, I don't remember if it was her boyfriend or her husband at the time was like, no. And I was like, a goose would be fun. Especially one of those like yard geese that are really protective. That would be hysterical. Like, I think that would just be the bee's knees to watch strangers like get chased by my goose. Like, I don't know. It wouldn't be very funny if the goose like turned on me or anything. I mean, you know, that wouldn't be cool, but yeah, if that goose like turned on strangers, like, I don't mean like people that we want to come, but like, if, yeah, I know I'm naughty. I'm a very naughty girl, but I think that would be funny. But it would have to be a goose I could obviously call off, right? Like, I wouldn't actually want the goose to hurt somebody, but from what I've heard, those geese can get pretty obnoxious. And one day when we live in a place that isn't crazy full of predators, I want to have a yard bunny. And a yard bunny is like a Flemish giant. Like, they're just huge. Yep, someday, right? And someday I want a milking cow. Black and white Holstein. Not that she has to actually give me milk. But yeah, I just like those big Holsteins. I think that's what they're called. Hey, Gracie! Let's see if she's listening. She's been listening to George Strait all morning. And Chris Ledoux. Which I'm not going to complain because those are my favorite artists too, but... Oh, snap. Look at that. The bag's longer than I thought it was. You guys love me, don't you? Yeah, all right. So let's wait to put that butterfly on there. And let's figure out what else we can put down here. No, we want something with interest. we're gonna need one more something. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of enjoying the AC again. Yes, I'm the goober that likes it cold, like on my face, but then yeah, like my body gets cold, so yeah, I put on a sweatshirt. Yeah, I'm a nut that way. I'm trying to decide what to take with me. I don't know if I've already said that like 100 times or not, but yeah, I don't know what to take because I'm obviously going to take something to work on. Can you imagine me trying to sit for a week and not have anything to do? Oh, that would not be good. I know I said those words were too big before, but I wonder if we were to, since this is a little bit bigger, if we could get away with it. Let's just try it. I'm actually thinking maybe not up there. Thinking maybe down here after we cover it. Yeah, I think I like that better. And then I have another idea for that corner. Ink that. Oh, now she's singing. 1 minute she's ignoring me, and the next she's singing. No, just kidding. I adore when she sings. That girl, she sings from her soul. Yeah, my life is definitely better with her in it. I mean, and my son too, but yeah, I don't get to spend as much time with him now that he's older, but yeah, I've definitely enjoyed being their mama. Yeah, for a long time, Paul and I didn't actually think we would be able to have kids. Like, we tried for a long time. And it just goes to show, because we were together 6 years before we ever conceived. So, yeah, we weren't sure if we were ever going to actually have kids. I mean, not that we didn't want them. We tried. Like I said, we tried and tried. And we had all but given up. And that's when we got blessed with Bo. I think that's a little too bold for what I'm going for. I'm just using up some of my little snippet things here. Oh, there is a little bit of a maroon one there, like lighter, another one. Yeah, getting them here was a big deal too. I went into preterm labor with Bo at 26 weeks. Yeah, that was traumatic. I was on bed rest for 9 weeks, and then the doctor gave me too many steroids. And yeah, that didn't go well. So he didn't grow. When he came out, he was really strong, but he didn't gain any weight the last, like, yeah, the last full 8 weeks, he didn't gain anything. Because, you know, they do their, as good as they can, do their measurements, you know, via ultrasound and stuff like that. But yeah, he didn't gain any weight because at the beginning of August, they said he was 4 pounds. And then when I delivered him at the end of September, he was 4 pounds, 4 ounces. Yeah, needless to say, my doctor prescribed way too much medicine, way too many steroids. And that's what caused his low birth weight. And, and they were monitoring my weight too. And I gained a lot of weight, like a lot. Like an obscene amount of weight with him. And it was all water. Like when my water broke with him, because they had to go in and actually break it for me, because I was in, like, his whole birth and everything. When I say he's a miracle, I really mean he is a miracle. We lost his heart rate several times during delivery. One's more of a mauve. I like that one. We lost his heart rate several times. And then, because they had to induce, because, yeah, it was just a nightmare. They had to induce me. Then they lost his heart rate. And then come to find out, she gave me too many steroid shots. You're only supposed to have 2 to develop their lungs when you're, like, in preterm labor. Yeah, I had 8. Yeah, it just, and then, like I said, his heart rate kept dropping. Then after he was born, he couldn't hold his blood sugar for like 4 days. And then since he was so little, they weren't good, you know, it was time for me to go. You know, I was, you know, they kept me in the hospital as long as possible to be with him. And I was just like, well, I'm not leaving the hospital without my kids. So I guess it's the hallway for me, you know, like, yeah. And so, the nurses, cause they hadn't even really had him per se. I mean, he was with me, the majority of the time. And, they're like, well, you know what? He's going to get better care if he goes home. So as long as, you know, you make it to where she has to come in every day or so, every other day, just to check weight and stuff like that. They said he'll get better care there than he is here. Because that mama's not going to let him go too long without eating. So yeah, they ended up sending us home at like day 4.5 or 5. And the minute I had him home, he started gaining weight. He held his blood sugar. I don't even know what fits in these little pockets. I don't think I've actually ever made anything. Maybe a long time ago I made stuff for these. Because we could. Well, that's kind of a pretty little card, huh? Well, let's ink that up. Let's ink that up with no ink. How about that? I forgot where I was at in the story. But yeah, It didn't take him long because they're like, oh no, you can't get him up to like 8 pounds at 5 weeks. And I was like, want to make a bet? Yep, he was that size. He got to 8 pounds in 6 weeks. So yeah. Anyways, that doctor messed up a lot with Bo. The hospital was coming down hard on her on some things, not just with Bo, but other patients. And so she cornered Paul and I in, that's not going to fit, in the hallway, and blamed us basically for his birth weight and what were we doing. And, you know, obviously we didn't do anything. We were under your care, goober, right? So yeah, that was a whole thing. And you know what I think I do want to make? And I don't even know what time, like, I don't even know what time we started or what time we need to end. So I need like a 3-inch tag. And the sack's pretty deep, so 3 by 7 it is. Well, 7.5, I think. Okay, let me cut some paper. Keep talking, guys. Just kidding. Yeah, so that was basically the straw that broke the camel's back, and I basically kicked her out. I was like, you don't come near me or my kid ever again. And if you so much as sneeze in his direction, I will sue you. Yeah, it was ugly. So yeah, we went home. And then I get we switched doctors to another like really beautiful guy, and he took care of us so well. And yeah, he took care of Bo. Before she got fired, right? Okay, so then for insurance purposes, we had to have him circumcised by the same doctor, or I don't remember exactly the whole deal. So anyways, she puts him in the little gurney, which moms of boys know what I'm talking about, or maybe you don't, but anyways, she puts him in this little gurney thing, and then she proceeds to cut, but she cuts wrong and cuts into the main vein area, you know, I'm just going to say it, it's not politically correct, but the happy vein area. Yeah, she cut that. So then my poor baby is sitting in this strapped thing, and he's bleeding like a lot. And she's like, oh no, what do I do now? I'm like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I was never so mad in all my life. Like, that doctor is so lucky that my baby was crying, and I was more concerned with him than I was hurting her. Cause yeah, I think I'm like most mamas. You don't mess with their young. You know what I mean? Like, I will hurt you. You hurt my kid. Like, and like I said, I think that's most moms. At least I hope I'm not alone in that. But yeah. So I'm the one that I run over and I grab some gauze that's sitting on the counter, like in its package, and I run it under the cold water, and I take it back, and I'm, you know, trying to do, you know, all the old wives things of, you know, holding pressure to it and da-da-da-da-da. And so it's not stopping. So she's like, oh, we'll use this surgical stuff. So she sprinkles it on, and it kind of helps, but it not really, right? And this poor baby is just shaking, right? Just terrified of this woman. And so I finally am able to get him up out of this thing, right? And I'm, you know, I'm literally livid at this woman. And then she wants to put a diaper on it. I was like, you can't put a diaper on something you just got, you know, that just now got done bleeding. I'm like, are you crazy? She's like, well, I've got to go. And I was like, fine, get the F out. Like, you've done enough. Thank you very much for nothing. So anyways, we go. She puts us in this like holding room at the hospital, right? Thank God we were actually at the hospital. So if, you know, if we couldn't have gotten it done, I could have at least like ran to the nurse's station, you know? So at any rate, yeah, we get there, and we're in this holding room, and she doesn't like call to see how he is when she gets back to her office. Nothing. And these poor nurses were like, because they had been there when he was born. They knew how little he was, you know, and they're like, they're trying to console me because I am so mad at this point, right? And yeah, it was awful. So yeah, the bizarre things that moms get happy about. My son was 3 before he got happy. But the day he did, oh my gosh, I jumped for joy. So yeah, anyways, fast forward a little bit, then we found this other doctor, and he got all of Bo's medical records and all of mine, and yeah, he was great. And at that point, he had stopped delivering babies. So when I got pregnant with Gracie, he sent us over to this other doctor, which was equally just as great. And Gracie and I had a pretty good experience with all of that. So I guess I better check to make sure I like the way that looks. Oh yeah, check that out. But before we do that, because I was just going to glue it down to the vellum and then cut around it, and then I'll sew this one. Yeah, I kind of like that, but I was wondering maybe we should put a word back there. See what we got here. How about imagine? That seems like a good word for that. Yeah, so yeah, that boy is definitely lucky. He's like a cat. He has 9 lives, I guess. So yeah, that's probably more information than you ever wanted to know about my family. But yeah, so just know that when I say he's a miracle, I really mean he is a miracle. The fact that he survived my uterus was miracle enough. The fact that he survived that doctor that's no longer allowed to practice medicine in the state of Colorado is another feat. Oh, and I was going to tell you. So anyways, okay, so this whole clinic got shut down. Like, when I say it's bad, I really mean it was bad. The doctor's office got shut down, like shut down. And then social services was going through, I gotta wash out the pink. No, well, the lighter pink it does a little bit. I think I might not even want that. So social services calls me, I don't know, probably like 9 months later. And they're like, we show that you haven't immunized your kid since he was born. And I said, what are you talking about? They said, well, oh, it's this side. Okay, so it is a little bit brighter. That's okay. I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, we're at your doctor's office, and it shows that you haven't immunized your son. I said, my son is fully vaccinated. I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, well, Dr. So-and-so's records show. I was like, well, there's your problem. I was like, he hasn't seen that doctor since like shortly after his the circumcision she about killed my son with, like, or at least killed his manhood with, right? And they're like, oh, well, she's no longer allowed to practice medicine, and there's malpractice suits, and I was like, yeah, I could be one of them, but I'm just glad that my son's alive. He's healthy. He's whole. And, you know, because of that, he had to have more surgeries too. And I won't discuss too much more about it, because if you were ever to watch this video, I wouldn't want him to be like, Mom, you weren't telling my story. But yeah, I won't say too much more about it, but he's had to have more surgeries the older he got. So yeah. So anyways, I don't know if she is practicing medicine anywhere else in the United States. I certainly hope not. Oh, you know what else we're going to do? Okay, so one of the other videos I am going to do is, because I think by now you've seen that I found this in the cupboard. We'll make a cute little charm for here. How about that? That'll be super cute, right? So we'll get it all prepared for it. Okay, but I gotta let this dry before we... Uh-oh. Sounds like he's irritated with Grace. Or he overheard me telling you guys what was going on and that irritated him. That's entirely possible. Anyways, anywho, shh, we just won't tell him. Oh my gosh, it even actually looks like he's coming into the flower. Yay. Okay, sorry. I'm a little proud of myself today. Yeah, so, and then Gracie, I did go into preterm labor with her. Not quite as early. I think that one was about a month early. So I just went on bed rest. I didn't need, and I had told the doctor right away, unless it is absolutely necessary, I am not taking steroids, and I am not taking that medicine. Like, no, just no. And he's like, unless I feel like she's in danger, if we don't do it, then I won't ever make you do that. Like I said, he was so good. And so, yep, then Gracie was born. She was still a little bit smaller because let me just say that, like, average birth weight, it was, what, 7 to 8 pounds. Okay, I'm 5'3.5" on a good day these days. I used to say 5'4", but everybody told me I was delusional. So 5'3.5" or 5'4". My husband is 5'6". Bye, sweetheart. You can come in. It's okay. They don't care. They love hearing my kids' voices. Okay, be safe.
I will.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Anyways, yeah, Paul's 5'6". His parents are like 5'1", maybe 5'2". I can't remember how much my mother-in-law is. His dad's like 5'4". Yeah, so little stock. Paul's sister is only like 4'11", maybe, I think. I don't even think she broke 5 foot. So little guys, right? Oh my God, I love this. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of the most favoriteest things I've ever made. Okay, so we'll have to sew that, and I'll show you the results in the next video. But yeah, that will slip down in this one. Oh yeah. And then a cute little circle, little fluff, and a dangle. I think that will look absolutely amazing. Okay, so just set that one up because it's not all the way done yet. Let's see, another thing. Nope, we're gonna do that in the 60-minute challenge. I don't feel like we're going very fast today, or rather, I'm not going very fast today. All right, so I'm just gonna collage here on this big tag, and we'll get at least one whipped out. Yeah, so where was I? Where was I in the storytelling, guys? Obviously, you can't tell me. Oh my goodness, why can't I think of it? Oh, Grace. Yeah, so Gracie was born at 6'6", on 6'6". I think I've told you guys that before. Isn't that funny? And for some reason, I thought she was born at 5'26", but it was 5'24", so I was off a couple. I was like, yeah, you probably don't even need any more 6s in your life, girly. Yeah, we're just gonna make this one kind of a scrappy one. Yeah, what else can I tell you? I don't know. So maybe we should talk about like current events. No, not really. No, forget I said that. Let's not talk about current events. Well, our state governor has had an order in that, you know, businesses and stuff need to require masks, right? Well, of course, you know, rural areas, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't want to say they don't know. They know better, obviously, right? That's kind of an interesting scrap, isn't it? I think we're going to use it. And I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to put in a focal point. So we'll need something there. How's about this one? I'll just stick that one right up underneath there. Sounds good to me. I don't know, we might end up covering up all of it anyways. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so not everybody's following it. Especially like rural areas. They're like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about it. I mean, we've stayed out of the public for a lot, you know, a lot of it when we can. And I think sometimes, you know, governments have too much control of your lives. And I think that's what people are balking against when they're not wearing masks. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think that's part of it. When we go into stores, I am a mask wearer for the most part. I think there's very few times in the last like 4 months I've not worn a mask. So, I mean, but I don't bully those who don't wear masks, you know, I mean, because you never know. I mean, I've heard a ton of people get panic attacks, which I kind of am one that does panic a little bit when I have stuff over my face. That's been a real chore for me to kind of get used to, is having something on my face. I know somebody who's asthmatic, and every time they put on a mask, it throws them into an asthma attack. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? We'll just do our best, I think. And I think as long as you're not going to like, I mean, like if we were to go to a nursing home, there's no way I would step foot in a nursing home without a mask on, you know? No way that I would endanger elderly people that way. And same with like hospitals. I would never go to a hospital without a mask on. The grocery store, I don't, especially if I know for sure that they're, you know, it's like, I think one of our grocery stores locally, it's like Tuesday is Senior Citizen Day. So I definitely, if we go on a Tuesday, there's a mask on my face because, you know, we don't want to hurt the elderly. What are you giggling about?
I just walked back here about ready to start a conversation and I stopped in my tracks.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're going to stand back here, you better at least say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, so I'm just about done. Do you need me?
I was just going to ask, if I bring this shirt to Idaho, are you going to let me wear it?
Well, put it on and let me see if you've grown into it now.
Guess we're putting it over the other one.
Turn to the side. Can I bend over? Arms up, like above your head. Okay, yeah, you can wear it. Sorry, I am that mom. If you can bend over and I see a bunch of girly stuff, then nope, you don't get to wear it. If you bend over and the armhole of your tank top is like wide open and you can see bra, nope. I don't stop her from wearing those kind of things at home, but not out in public. Nope. No way, Jose. I was thinking this pretty little rose might look good here, but I think it might be a little too light. I think this needs a darker background. So I don't even know where I was in my storytelling. Oh, masks. I'm done with masks. Wear them, don't wear them. I don't think you're going to stop people from not wearing them. I mean, because we do live in the United States, you know, the home of the free. So, yeah, it is what it is. I say just do your best to protect you, and when the others are really sick, well, I don't know. Which then I say that, but then I'm like, you know, that really sucks for, you know, especially if they're not. I might actually use that because I don't know how many of you know this, but birds kind of freak me out. I mean, like I'm not scared of birds per se, but birds and I don't have a good relationship, if you will. It's too small. Birds attack me like a lot. All the time. I don't even like house sit for people who have birds anymore. Like, no way. No way. Because every time I'm around a bird, I get attacked. I do like that, but it's not enough, right? Because the card's too, like, way bigger. I do like that, though. I'll have to remember it looks really good with that pink from the kit. I need to order some more of these. Big washi stickers. Yeah, no. All right, the bird it is. We're going to get that bird out of my collection. I've waited a year to get rid of that sucker. Find the perfect place for it. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I don't think we're going to get people to wear masks. Not here in the States. I mean, because they can throw down all the mandates they want, but it wasn't a law, and it wasn't voted in, so that's unconstitutional. So whatever, right? And yeah, I mean, I get the argument. I do, on both sides. I'm one of those that I just, you know what? I'm a moderate, really. I'm a conservative person. Like, I have conservative values. But I'm also moderate. Like, I like to stay squarely in the middle to where I'm open-minded about everything. Did we already make a card? Let me look here. We made something that has ruffles in it. Now I can't remember where it is in the journal. Oh, yep, it's back here. Okay. So I used cream. Do we keep cream? Yeah, I think we're going to have to keep cream. I want to go bold, but I'm a little chicken. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little chicken little with it, so. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, where was I at? Yeah, I don't even know where I was at with that one. Just went crazy out of my brain. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And then the next one should be the charms. I will probably do a trial run with the triple thick just to see what's what, but sure it fits in there. It looks nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna look really good, right? I think so. Yep, I like how it layers down, and then once I get the tabs in there, I think that'll put a lot of color right down in there. All the way in. Yep. All right, perfect. All right, guys, thank you for joining me with this little one. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are all well, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.